Our workout today is going to be 3 parts. Each part will be on a 4-minute clock, and there are no resting periods in between each section. The first part will be part 1, and that's going to be an AMRAP in 4 minutes. We're going to do as many rounds as possible of 3 strict chest to bar pull-ups and 10 25-foot shuttle runs. We're going to try to get through as many rounds as we can in the 4 minutes before we transition to part number 2. Now, in these strict chest to bar pull-ups, we are going to do our best to keep these true to form, being as strict as possible. If we need to scale this movement, we can go ahead and scale to a banded strict chest to bar. Yes, that is going to be a priority, or more important, getting the chest to the bar, getting stronger in the movement that we're weak in, rather than just going to the next scale, which is going to be a strict chin over bar. So I want you to prioritize touching your chest rather than just doing the movement itself strict. But those are 2 options. We can also do a banded strict pull-up, or we can go ahead and go into a strict ring row, making those ring rows as challenging as possible. Once the 4 minutes is up in part 1, we move directly into part 2. Again, it's on a 4-minute clock, and we're going to do 6 kipping chest to bar pull-ups. Only kipping today, no butterfly. So you must do a kipping chest to bar pull-up. If we're scaling that, we can go ahead and do a banded kipping chest to bar pull-up. We can also do a regular kipping pull-up. That is fine, but our priority, again, is that chest to bar pull-up position. That's going to be 6 kipping chest to bar pull-ups, followed by 10 25-foot lengths for the shuttle run. Once we finish those 4 minutes, we go into part 3, which is, again, another 4-minute AMRAP, getting as many rounds as we can of 9 kipping pull-ups. That's going to be chin over the bar. Yes, kipping only, no butterfly. And 10 25-foot lengths of that shuttle run. So the shuttle runs will always be the same. If we're not able to do a kipping pull-up, regular kipping pull-up, we can go ahead and do a jumping pull-up. All the scales will be included in SugarWOD, so go ahead and look in those athlete notes for the scales. Now, if we talk about the banded situation, if you're doing a banded strict pull-up, sometimes you find it a little bit easier to go ahead and band it across the J-cups of something so that you can stand in it as you go. And then if we're doing a kipping pull-up, that is when we're going to go ahead and loop one end into the other in order to do the kipping. That allows us to go into a good kip, and it gives us a little bit more freedom with the band. So that's going to be the preferred way of doing the band. However, if you like to do it another way, please feel free. Now, when we're walking through our scoring is going to look like this. If you're in part 1 and you get 5 plus 5, you write that down. Part 2, maybe you got 4 plus 2. And then finally in part number 3, you got 2 plus 18. So how we're going to score this is we're going to go ahead and run it all the way down, totaling the number of complete rounds here, and any extra reps, no matter how many there are, you'll go ahead and total them up for the end, all right? So in my example, if I did the math right, it's going to be 11 plus 25. So that's how we're going to note this in our score. So now you know how it's going to look, what we're going to do, and how we're going to tackle this workout is going to be kind of towards what you want to do and what you want to work on. You want to get a more cardio-based workout in, you're going to go ahead and choose a lesser difficult scale and go ahead and get more rounds. But if you want to work on the pull-up, okay, you want to choose the hardest one and then do your best to get through the number of reps that are designated for each section. This workout's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging, and it might be frustrating. But overall, we grow, we get better, and we come back stronger every single time.